forever. I know, I'm sorry. My last video was the first day of school, I think. Yeah. Sorry, I just been going through a lot of stuff, you know. I gotta update y'all on what has been happening lately. That's gonna be for another video though. But today, I just wanted to talk about something that has been going on, or something that happened to me. And I just wanted to share it with you guys because it could possibly help you. So, yeah. So, 2019, you know, every high school has their homecoming dance, you know. That was my junior year. Yeah. Junior year high school homecoming dance. So, you know, everybody's excited. We getting ready, dressed up and stuff. So I had my outfit on. I had this white two-piece on and like some red heels or whatever. Something slight. It wasn't all that. Usually I don't dress up that much for homecoming. Like 9th grade I wore a dress. In 10th grade I wore a shirt and some jeans and heels. Like homecoming for me is just like chill but cute, you know. So I had that on, had my hair, my weave or whatever. My inches, gotta get my inches back too. I missed them. Period. And so me and my friends, we all met up there. We went, we had a good time, you know. And then after homecoming, we all decided to go to Fridays. So we cool at Fridays. Some more of our friends came because they don't go to our school. So they just met up with us. And we had a good time Fridays. Everybody eating, whatever. And then my plan was not to go home, but to go to this girl's house. She was my friend. So we gonna call her Chanel. So my plan was to spend the night at Chanel's house because she was having like a game night. So my mom picked me up, and then I went over there to her house. Everything was cool. And then we were playing the games. She had like probably like 5, 6 friends there. I didn't know any of them. One of the people that were gonna come, they didn't come that I knew. So yeah, it was just like 5, 6 friends there. And she had, you know, some little drinks or whatever. So yeah, so we all playing games, having a good time. I drank, you know, and then I'm like, but I'm on the phone with one of my good friends, my closest friend. And me and him just talking on the phone, cool, whatever. And yeah. And then I'm just I drunk probably 3 shots. And then after that, they just was just giving them to me, here. So I'm drinking it. And then like I started like, you know, after a while, after a couple shots, you like just wobbly all over the place, don't know what to do. Like your mind is gone. So I'm at that point, and then out of nowhere, like, I black out. So, when I came to, I was in the room. So the party was in her living room. And when I woke up, I was in the room with two of her friends. And she was in her room, sleep. I was in the room with two of her friends, a girl and a guy. And when I came to, the girl was touching me inappropriately. And, I'm like trying to figure out what is going on. I'm like calling for her, my friend, Chanel, oh, Chanel, where's Chanel? And they just like, oh, she's asleep. She's in the room. She's asleep. I said, I need to get to her. No, stop. I need to get to her. They just like, no, it's fine. Stay here. Just laughing. At the same time, I can't really move. I'm just laying there. The only thing I can move is my head. Trying to move, just like this. And then I just black out again. And then when I woke up again, I was on the floor. The guy was sitting on the floor, and I was like sitting in front of him, sitting in front of him. And I just remember he had his pants down, and he had his pants down. He had his pants down, and he was pushing my head, forcing me to perform, oral on him. And he was pushing my head like so hard that I threw up on him. So that's when he like moved or whatever and stopped me and pushed me off. And then I blacked out again. And I woke up on the floor. Mind you, all of this was happening, the lights were off. So I can see, but it's dark. The next time I woke up, I'm laying flat on the carpet like this, just looking at the ceiling, can't move. And I feel, penetration down in my private area. And then I blacked out again. The next time I woke up was in her room in the morning with my shorts off, just laying on the carpet. I woke up really confused and like wondering why my shorts is off. When I woke up, I'm like, cause I drank. One, I have a hangover, and two, I'm like so confused about everything that happened last night. Like, I'm thinking it was a dream, to be honest. I thought it was a dream. And when I got up, everybody was getting up at the same time. It was me, me, Chanel, one of her other friends that slept in her room with her, and the two people, they were outside in the living room though. They slept out there. So, when I came out into the living room, because I didn't know they were still there, I came out to the living room. We all came out in the living room, and I sat. She got a little table on the wall Like, I just sat there trying to process, trying to get over, like, trying to wake up, trying to get over this hangover, trying to just, like, figure out what is going on. Because I'm like I'm stuck. Like, that's just how I was, like, the whole time. And yeah, so I'm just sitting there, just looking around, just like, and I'm like, it's a dream, baby. Like, you know, I was so drunk, you know, like, it's a dream. And Chanel came out, and exactly where I threw up, she said, who threw up right here? As soon as she said that, it clicked. Like you ever seen the movies where it's like everything is like Inside Out? I don't know if any of y'all seen that movie. It's a movie on Disney where it's about her inner thoughts. It's different personalities of her inner thoughts: sad, angry, all of that. So it would show her, the little girl, thinking, like, I wonder what is going inside her head. That's also a TikTok. And then it zoomed back to her head, like, and then show all the emotions and stuff like that. So as soon as she said that, I realized, like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. So, like, the first thing I do is just, like, it's nothing to do. I'm just sitting there. She cooked us breakfast and all. I'm just sitting there, like, just shocked. Didn't know what to do. Trying to get my mind together. Trying to wrap my mind around what I just realized. And so I'm eating the breakfast. I couldn't even really eat the breakfast. I'm just like, whatever. And so they the two people left. All her friends left. And she came to me, she was like, you good, whatever. I was like, I need to tell you something. She's like, okay. I started crying, trying to tell her this. I said, I was raped last night by your friends. And she said, they would never do that. You're lying. It's probably a dream. Don't worry about it. Mind you, I'm crying to her, telling her this. I've known this girl for 6 years, maybe more. She was like a sister to me because I'm the only child. I don't have no siblings. She was like a sister to me. We would help each other. My mom would help her, bring her places, take her to work, give her like money for graduation. She would help me with my homework, like spend the night. You somebody I look up to, and I'm coming to you crying, telling you that something happened to me, and you're not believing me. So how y'all think I felt? I just felt hopeless and weak at that moment. She walked away. I'm like, okay. I told her that. I said, I'm crying right now. You really don't believe me? She was like, no, it was a dream. It was a dream. I said, all right. She walked away. Went to go whatever. Do whatever in her room. I'm still sitting there. I'm like, okay, I need to leave. So, all my friends from last night I hung out with last night, we have a group chat, all the girls, whatever. And I was texting them, and I text my close friend, the guy I was talking to. And I was texting them like, y'all, this is before I realized it. This is when I first came out the room and just like, So I texted them and I was like, I think like something happened to me last night. And they was just like, what? Like freaking out or whatever. Trying to figure out what's going on. Where you at? Trying to get me or whatever. I'm like, okay, I need to go home. After what she said, that's just like, whatever. So I called my cousin to come get me. When my cousin come gets me, I'm in the car with her, quiet the whole time. I wanted to tell her so bad. I wanted to tell her so bad in the car ride on the way to my house. But I just, in my mind, I'm having a conversation like, oh my God, tell her. Like, that's just going over and over in my mind. But at the same time, like, if I tell her, she's going to turn the car around and it's just going to be a big problem. And I don't want anything to happen to my cousin. So I'm like, okay, just be quiet and wait till you get in the house. So I go home. The first thing I do is I go upstairs and go in the bathroom. I just drop everything and just go in the bathroom. Trying to get myself together because, mind you, I didn't do anything. I just woke up. I didn't, like, take a shower, brush my teeth, all of that. So I came home to do that because she lives, like, down the street or whatever. So I'm in the bathroom and I just look at myself in the mirror. And as I'm just looking at myself, I'm just like, that's when it hit me. All the other stuff, when I was at her house, I'm like, okay, like, wow. But it didn't hit me until I just looked at myself in the bathroom and I immediately just broke down and started crying. And what made it worse was I was brushing my teeth. And so you know how you brush your tongue or whatever in the back, all the way in the back. And my throat was hurting. And when I was going to take a shower, take my clothes off or whatever, I noticed a scratch. And my body was hurting. And I had another bruise. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, this really happened to me. And I'm just crying the whole time, brushing my teeth, getting in the shower. I get dressed, put on some more clothes, and I just feel like nothing. I don't feel anything, just stuck. And I'm crying, upset. But I decided, I was like, okay, what do I need to do? What am I going to do? And I was like, I'm not going to tell nobody. Because I felt like I could just move past it. You know? Yeah, so that's what I decided to do. I told, you know, how you tell your closest friends stuff. So I told my closest friends, whatever. And of course, they were all just like shocked, just trying to make sure I was good. Mind you, homecoming was on a Saturday, October 21st, I think. And When I spent the night, it went into Sunday, which was the 22nd. So when I went home Sunday, mind you, I have school tomorrow, Monday. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna tell nobody, nothing. So my mom comes home, trying to act as normal as I can. That was hard, you know. So I didn't really want to tell my mom or anybody because I was focused on getting in trouble because of drinking, and yeah, that's what my mindset. Even though that wasn't even the big picture, but of course I didn't realize that. So I'm like, okay, we're good, you good. Till tomorrow, Monday, it's the next day. I wake up, get ready for school, you know. And you know, cause I told y'all I was in the early college program, so we went to college, and those classes, if you miss them, it's like a lot. So I was like, you just want to suck it up and just go through the day. The whole day was terrible. I had a headache, dizzy. I had to leave class multiple times because I was crying in the bathroom. Two of my friends, you know, they had classes with me, thank God. So they was there in the bathroom trying to help me. Just the whole day was terrible. And so that night, I think, or was it Tuesday? I think it was that night, or it was Tuesday night. I was on the phone with one of my closest friends. I love him so much. Like, he's the person I go to with everything. I call him my journal. So, like, you know, like a diary. You know how you write in your diary, your feelings, stuff. He's my journal. So I was talking to him or whatever, and he was like, you need to tell somebody. Like, you need to tell somebody. And I'm just like, I know, but what if I get in trouble? What if because of drinking? He like, that's not the important thing right now. Nobody's going to be worrying about that. The focus is what happened to you. And I'm just freaking out. I started crying, like having a panic attack, like just overthinking everything. I'm like, all right. Mind you, my mom worked the night shift at this time at her job. So I decided to call my aunt. And I felt like I can't tell my mom that. Like, imagine telling your mom that. So I called my aunt. I said, can you come over here, please? She said, okay. So my aunt came over, and I couldn't even look her in her eyes because I knew, like, my mind the whole time, I'm gonna get in trouble for the other stuff, the drinking. And I also felt embarrassed, of course. And so I'm just hugging her because I started crying out of nowhere. So she came and hugged me, and I just hugged her, and I told her, basically, when I went to Chanel's party, this happened to me. And so she called my mom to come home. She didn't tell her what it was, of course. She just waited till she came home. And called my cousin to come over. And so my cousin came over. I'm talking to her. The one that took me home that day. She's like, why you didn't tell me? Like, she's upset. Like, of course, she's upset. Like, because I didn't want anything to happen to you. Seriously. She was like, just helping me, holding me, crying. And once I got myself together, my mom came home. So my aunt went outside to talk to my mom. One of the worst things I ever heard in my life. Out of nowhere, I just hear my mom screaming, saying, no, why? What's going on now? At the top of her lungs, just screaming. And I just started crying again. I just started crying again because I'm just like, I don't like my mom. Like, I'm not even worried about me anymore. I'm worried about my mother. And so she came in. She's like, what's going on? Are you okay? You know, all of that. And I told her I was fine. And she called Chanel, like, asking her, what happened? Like, what is going on? Da, da, da. And Chanel's just on the phone, just lying. Just, oh, India came over here just drinking and doing everything she wanted to do on people, you know, dancing inappropriately on everybody, taking off her clothes. That doesn't even sound like me, okay? So, I don't know why. Okay. But, and of course, like, my mom didn't believe that, because she knows me. I don't do that. So, she's like, okay. So, she calls Chanel's mom and tells her, like, this, and this, and trying to figure out what is going on. And Chanel's mom is just like, oh my God, let me call you back. I'm gonna talk to her. Never called back. Till this day. Never called back. Never apologized. Never said anything. Her mother or her. It's almost a year. That happened October 22nd, 2019. It's August, I think it's the 24th, 2020. So it's about to be October again. Almost a year, and you still haven't said anything. Okay. So I went to the hospital, you know, got checked and all of that same night. We were there till 6 o'clock in the morning, but I really didn't care. I wanted to go to school still, to be honest. But my mom was like, no, because it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I was going to have to be at the bus stop or in like an hour. I was fine with that. I really didn't care. All I cared about was my education. And so, yeah, we went home. I got checked and all that. I was good. Went home. Oh, they gave me this envelope full of stuff. You know, a lot of pamphlets. What to do after a sexual assault. Pamphlet. The sexual assault forensic examination program. And this From Hurting to Healing pamphlet. You know, they just some helpful things, and then they gave me a list of like groups. a list of groups that I could go to, call, and ask for help, you know, if I wanted to talk to somebody. Yeah. I can put some of that information in the description box. And then it was a lady that came in my room. I think she was a counselor or something like that. And she made me this. I don't know if y'all can read it. It says, pray every situation. Hold on, God will see you through. And then a butterfly. So I have this hanging on my wall in my room just to look at it, you know. And it's not just for that, you know, just whenever I'm down and I need inspiration. So yeah. The next day after that, I definitely went to school, and that same week and after that, because my education was very important to me. So yeah. And I was glad I had my friends around that knew about it so they could help me in school. My mom bought me this book. It says, shine like gold, sparkle like glitter. She been bought me this book and I never used it. But when I was talking to the counselor lady, she told me, if you don't want to talk to anybody, you can write in a book. And so this is the book I've been using for a lot of stuff. I haven't really been writing in it. Well, I have been. But yeah. This is the first ever page. And I'm going to just read it to you. So, October 24th. Today I feel out of it. My mood is kind of grumpy. And I don't feel like being bothered. But I didn't want to stay in bed. I wanted to go to school. And I'm going to try and put a smile on my face. And then I think when the day was over, or when I went to my next class, I feel a little better. Just finished my work for med. I feel ready and prepared. My head still kind of hurts or feels weird, but I'm going to hold off on my medicine until it gets worse. I'm really tired though. I want to keep pushing through the day because I'm a soldier. And then it goes from there, you know. Still upset. So, the last time I wrote in it, well, I haven't, it was the 28th of October, and then I just stopped writing in it. I guess because I just forgot about it. So I started writing in it again April of this year. I know it's been a long time, but it's still good because I was still going through, you know, whatever, the feelings and stuff. And I've been writing in it lately. Like, I think yesterday was the recent time, or the day before. And I really like to, every time I write something in here, I like to go from the beginning and then just read everything. Because it's like so amazing how I went from feeling vulnerable, weak, didn't know what to do, to being happy now, feeling better about myself, everything. So that's what I like. Yeah. I also forgot to tell y'all this bracelet that I got. This wristband. If you know me, you probably see me with this like every day, all day. No matter what I'm doing, I'm wearing this. If I'm going to the pool, if I'm dressed up going somewhere fancy, I'm wearing this. I don't care. This was also given to me at the hospital. It says, it's rubbed off because I had it for so long, but I can still see. It says, you can heal, we can help. As soon as they gave it to me in the hospital, I put it on. I don't know why, but it just like gives me the courage to keep going every day. Like, I'll just look at it on my wrist every day and just like see it's there. So I'm like, okay, right. Like, if I was to lose this, I would be very upset. I don't know, this is my strength. This wristband is my strength. So, it might sound silly, but it's the truth. So, yeah. And so, after that, I just was writing in my book day by day, taking it slow. I did have some like problems, of course. I still was like very dizzy. My head would hurt a lot. I did have some triggers, like I didn't like if I heard the word drink or if I seen a drink, like then I would just shut down, cry, you know. I didn't hang out with my friends outside of school either, because I was having like a lot of trust issues, of course, because I've known her for 6 years. And then so I was like kind of like not doubting everybody, but I was just like, let me step back, because I don't know, like, what if this happened again? Just scared, you know. So yeah, and then still taking it day by day, kept writing in it, and then I just slowly started getting better. Like, usually when I would talk about it, I would get upset. I could talk about it now without getting upset, but of course, like, today I just had a moment, of course. Sometimes I'll have moments. We all have moments. It's gonna happen. One thing I realized, though, is it's not gonna go away, sadly. It's gonna stick with you for the rest of your life. Cause like after a while, I try to put it past it, like, okay, it's done with, it's over with, boom, that's in the past, let's move on. But it's gonna come up eventually. And with like dating, that's gonna be kind of hard too, because trying to trust that person, you don't know what their intentions is. That's with everybody though, but with dating, you know, because like, so now I still like just a little bit have a few triggers or whatever. It could be as simple just grab my arm and like I can just think about, oh my god, you grabbing me, I'm out of control, da 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 da, what is about to happen, you know. It could be a hug, but it's like more like if you hug me tight and I'm like trying to get off and you still hug me, but even if it's a joke and I'm like stop, like of course I'm just thinking about that. And then I'll remind myself after, like, calm down, because I feel it, I'm about to freak out or whatever. I'm like, calm down, you're fine. They're playing, they just trying to give you a hug, they're just trying to be friendly with you. I'm saying that in my mind. So I'm getting a balance of what to do when that situation happens. Yeah, but I've been doing like really good. I talked to a counselor. I have a counselor that I talk to. So I've been doing very good. And my book has been helping me too. I just wanted to come on here and share this with you guys. For the people who have gone through the same thing and are scared to tell somebody, or just are relatable in this situation. Some lessons that I could give you are, even the closest friends are not your closest friends. My mom always tells me to wear everyone like a loose garment. So that don't put your all into somebody, because that's when they'll take advantage of you. If you wear them like a loose garment, if you don't put your all into it, then you won't be as hurt when they do fail you. You know, don't trust everybody, which is hard to say because it's like, I don't even want to trust nobody. I mean, you can still have friends, you can still have relationships, but just always in the back of your head, just be cautious, like, what you doing? Like, just, you know. But don't be paranoid, you know, but, yeah. Because they'll turn on you like that. And, yeah. I just wanted to share with you guys my story. I was kind of nervous to do this, to be honest, because I don't know, I just was nervous, but I'm glad I did it, and I hope it helps you in some way. And yeah, bye guys.